Alright, so last time I left off with this weird figure in Jespar. Can't do anything with that. What? You're busy?
Oh, hey.
Oh, okay.
Good to see you awake.
Trip
How are
him.
you feeling? Good
Yeah.
question. The room was empty
That.
when I came here. Actually,
Fuck.
it's quite weird now that you mention it.
Yeah, where are they,
The
though?
temple seemed kind of deserted.
Oh, no.
But, probably a ceremony or something like that. Now, tell me, how are you holding up? I heard this trial's quite the feat. Apparently, some of the novices never wake up again.
I'm
In the
fine,
temple.
I guess.
The curarium, to be precise. You were brought here when you were traveling with that Aixon guy. I think the others are already awake, but I didn't want to leave you here.
That
so I thought I'd just
Aixon
stay.
guy.
I mean, hey, you are a keeper of the first sigil now, aren't you? I believe congratulations.
Was he real? How do you know about...
Don't
Oh,
mention
thanks.
it. Bad, though, that this keeperness won't get you anywhere. Do you know why? Because you're pathetic. Simply pathetic.
Damn.
I said you are pathetic. At first,
Oh, I'm still in the dream.
more exciting this time.
Have to be.
But now that we've seen the new prophet, our hopes are gone. You're a joke.
A nobody.
Oh my god.
Friend kick the bucket. As if you'd ever accept that. You humans are always so
Okay.
damn persistent, aren't you? Why? Why can't you just let go?
Because in the end, you are powerless, just as all those before you. And you, prophet, you are the biggest joke of all.
Fuck.
You are nothing but an urchin.
A weakling.
Wait a minute.
And a murderer.
Who are you?
And that is why you will burn. All of you.
This is so much better than, like, Skyrim already. You know, like this right here. This whole scene. So you're the ones behind it. Why are you doing this?
Done to us. You are so naive. The world is an interplay of cause and effect, and the only logical consequence of your existence is annihilation.
What?
That's the way it was, and that's the way it's going to be.
Do we just exist to be killed? Well, what's the point?
We wanted to meet you, and so we did. Even though the result is rather sobering.
Ugh.
Now wake up. Keep on stumbling through the mist.
Okay, so you guys are the creators. The high ones. The overseers of this cycle. Okay. So back to the real world. Doing what? You're awake. Okay. Yeah, it wouldn't have made sense Jespar was here all of a sudden. I'm stupid.
How are you? You look exhausted.
Oh, I am.
Of course. Sorry. That remark
Okay,
was a
you
little
like that.
redundant.
Good. Good.
But it's good to see the Grandmaster was right after all. I woke up just a few hours earlier.
I love to
and he was
please
here in the
people.
meantime. He didn't doubt for a single second that you would make it. But I suppose mutual congratulations are in order. We made it. We passed the trial.
So we're keepers.
Almost, yes.
Ugh.
All that is left to do is to take the oath, and then
Okay.
Grandmaster Arantheal will exalt us to the keepers of the first sigil. Speaking
how
of
easy
whom,
that
He
is.
also told me some things while you were asleep. About the Pyreans, about these dreams, and of course about this cycle.
Yeah, it's major
This is
yikes.
so bizarre, really. At first we're told out of nowhere that the gods have died, and now humanity is on the brink of extinction. This is a
It
lot
kind of
to
makes
take in.
sense. Death of the Lightborn's the
The way you
best
say
thing
that
to
suggests
happen.
some painful experiences you've had.
I mean, if we prolonged it, though.
But it doesn't really matter now with this cleansing ahead of us.
Yep.
I never had those dreams the Grandmaster talked about, even though I'm magically gifted. But then again, I always had the feeling that the Red Madness was more than an ordinary disease. Well, I suppose all of this explains a lot. At least
a
now I
weird
can understand
thing,
why
like
the
a
Grandmaster
mental.
was willing to break all the traditions of the Order just to get you exalted to be a keeper. According to him, most of our battle against the cycle will stand or fall with you.
Sure could
Yes,
say the
I
same.
believe that. It's a great responsibility you've been given, and as impressive as your skills are, I would not want to change places with you. Well,
So what's
as
the
I said, we
next?
both have to take the Holy Oath. You should
Yep.
talk to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready. He's waiting for you in the Emporium.
Alright, I'll do that.
Right.
What about him?
Dunwar. The apothecary examined
Oh,
him about
fuck.
an hour ago, and it doesn't look good. It's likely that he'll never wake up again.
What? He's just dead? He doesn't deserve
No,
that.
in spite of everything.
Yeah.
You know, Dunwar was one of those people who tried to gild their insecurity with boastful behavior.
Exactly, he
Reality
did
is
too.
that he was the last of his bloodline, and his faith in the path and his destiny as a keeper were all that he had left. And who knows?
Well, he didn't need to
He would have
prove
been
it
a
all
great
the
help to the
time.
Order with the right guidance.
Oh, I am
But I guess
absolutely
Master
certain he
Bartar's
would.
revelation was just too much for him. It's hard to be told that everything you've lived for was a lie.
That is a hard one. He's the last of
Maybe
his
I just don't
bloodline,
show it
though?
as much. But yes, in a way, you're probably right. I suppose that's mainly due to the fact that to me, as opposed to Dunwar, the Order always stood for an idea. And an idea doesn't die with the one who first thought of it. Funny that the Grandmaster said nearly the same thing during the exaltation. Dunwar would have considered it blasphemy. That's true. A lot of crimes were committed during the Lightborn's reign, and I don't want to minimize that. Imagine you're the king of a small island, and one day your realm gets attacked by a fleet of Scarab Reavers. The invasion catches you completely off guard, and will you use the time that remains to entrench your army within the city's walls to have a better chance of surviving a siege? Or do you send them into the
Just
field
kind of
to
wanted
fight
to
the
skip
Reavers
through it a
there,
little bit, you know?
knowing that there is only a slight chance to save the farmers, but a big risk that you will lose both the city and the farmers?
And save the realm, though, I guess.
Yes. But what if your foray would have succeeded? What if you could have prevented the massacre in the farmlands?
Could I have?
What I'm
I
trying
don't
to
even
say
know.
is, it doesn't matter what you do. There will be people who will despise you for your decision.
Mm-hmm.
If your attempt to rescue the farmers fails, you will be accused of having acted blindly and idealistically. And if you just stay in the city, they will say you didn't even try. Of course, there's a small chance the foray might work.
Yeah.
but should
Yeah.
decisions like that really be made as if they were a game of dice? As I said, I don't mean to absolve the Lightborn of their crimes, but I'd wager my left hand that they had a lot of similar decisions to make.
I bet. Dunwar called you a witch.
I knew the question would come eventually. I suppose the answer depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later, you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so why not from me first?
Just
As you
tell
wish.
me.
Where should I start? Maybe with the fact that I don't remember anything that happened before my 6th winter. I don't know where I
Did
was
you
born,
exist?
and I never got to know my parents. I wish I knew.
What the fuck?
What I do know, though, is that the first memory I have is of waking up in the middle of some village. It was dark, and I felt dizzy, and I don't know.
It's kind of for a lot of people, though, they
That's
don't remember
probably the
before
best
a
way to
certain
describe
age.
it. I eventually found the strength to get up and look around, and, well, that's when I realized what was actually going on around me.
What was that?
The entire village. It had been destroyed. There
I'm
were
sorry.
corpses everywhere. Men, women, children. And the houses had been crushed as if some mad god had rampaged through the streets. Whatever it was, I didn't have much time to think about it. As soon as I got up, I saw 3 riders coming. One of them got off his horse, ran towards one of the corpses, and started screaming something in my direction. Then I felt a blow on the back of my head, and I lost consciousness. By the name of the sun, it's
You
strange
probably
to feel
died.
like this. It's been so long, but
You might have
it
died
feels as
just
if
like I
happened
did,
yesterday.
apparently. Thanks for trusting me with this.
Anyway, it turned out that the riders were men from the village who had gone hunting. They must have
Oh.
observed whatever it was, from the distance, and ridden back to the village. At least I think that's how it went. I guess I'll never find out. The reason they thought I was somehow involved is that the village priest found me a couple of days before it happened near a shrine in the wilderness. Apparently, I was wearing torn clothing, and no matter what the apothecary tried, he couldn't wake me up from my comatose sleep. And it seems that made the writers think I was some kind of witch child, or unholy beast, whichever you prefer.
And did they want to take
Truth
revenge?
be told, I try not to think
Because of that? Like a
And
kid?
Actually, it doesn't matter, because I somehow managed to get away before they could do anything. I even made it to Ark all by
Okay,
myself,
okay.
which didn't turn out to be much of an improvement in the end, because I was pathless.
So you were 6
Yes.
the whole time,
Thinking
and you
about
went
it
to
now,
the
I actually
Undercity?
wonder how I made it through my time down there. But maybe that's one of the advantages of being a child. You don't think.
Oh yeah.
you
Oh
just
yeah.
Act.
Absolutely,
Still, the winters
100%.
down there were cruel.
Think about it all the
And if
time.
Master Tyrus hadn't found and taken care of me, I probably wouldn't have made it through my second year.
Especially when you start having kids. Tyrus, a keeper
Yes,
adopted you?
Otherwise, I would not be here.
Okay.
He saw me, and he knew what he had to do, is how he put it. Of course, the Order wasn't too happy about a pathless child in the Scuola, just as some aren't happy about you being here. But Tyrus was a highly regarded man, and that's why they let it slide.
So he granted you your
Now I'm
rank.
here. Well, here we've reached the end of my impressive tale. I hope you liked it.
Oh yeah.
No, I guess I'm not. Gone.
Where's Tyrus anyway?
He was very old, and
Oh.
he does, yes, and he's not
Dunmore
alone in his
believes the
opinion.
story.
One of those hunters recognized me in the market my first year as a novice, and you can imagine that it was easy pickings for those who were already against my presence in the Order. From then on,
Yeah,
they
just
added
picking
names
on
to
you.
derogatory stares. Demon child, witch, whatever they could come up with.
Sorry. Well, you're intelligent, pretty, and
You know what's funny? To some extent, I'm glad to be who I am. Several. But I'd say that's enough of the gloomy stories, don't you think?
no
There will be
reason.
plenty of time for chatter in the future. Maybe.
Okay, maybe. He was the last of his
All of the
bloodline?
Delmordans fell victim to the Great Flesh Maggot Plague of 8215. Actually,
Bummer.
it was almost sad to see him running around and boasting about his nobility, if you can call that living. You should.
Shh.
It's already late, but if you want, I can show you the most important places in the temple before you go to the Emporium. What do you think? Good.
Sure.
Then get your gear from the chest by your bed and we'll go. You should reclaim your gear before we leave.
Yep. That's the one. Wow. Sorry, bud.